With a combination of talent, experience, and luck, she landed a part on Broadway in a prestigious play with an internationally famous star.
The first play that I did was A Dollhouse with Lee Woolman, and it was on Broadway, which was one of the places I'd always set my sights on. And then I worked a lot, and then I didn't work for a while. And that's when things got more difficult for me. I didn't have a lot of money, so I managed to live on $10 a week. And I would take the newspaper out of the garbage cans so that I could read the newspaper. I asked my parents for money, and I said, I need this amount to get by, and my father said, we'll give you half that. And I thought, oh my God. And I thought much later, after therapy, I realized what a favor he was doing me. They wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to do it on my own, that I was going to be able to manage, and that I was going to be able to function. And I think that was terribly important. I appreciate them for that now. I certainly didn't then, but I do now.
For almost a year, times were tough. The dream seemed to be elusive.
When things didn't work out according to the plan that I had, I dealt with it very badly. I wanted it the way I wanted it, when I wanted it. And life doesn't happen like that, because there was something very real going on emotionally, but there was also something that was just me being a spoiled brat. So I went to a therapist and I said, I want to get out of the business. I want to do something where I can be of service. And he said, don't do anything about leaving the business yet, because something's going to happen within this next week. And well, he wasn't clairvoyant that I knew of, but he ended up to be right. And that was how I left his office, literally, went to a phone booth, called my agent. They said, they want to see you as an understudy for One Life to Live. I said, an understudy on a soap opera? My heart sank. And I said, oh, it's okay, it's just an understudy. But I really needed the money. I don't have to be on camera, so nobody's ever going to see me do it. So I don't have to be really embarrassed. I'll get the money and that'll be great. Didn't turn out like that.
You know, unfortunately, there are a lot of ridiculous rumors going around the
Jenny,
house.
please, I really don't want to hear about them. I feel that I just blame myself enough for what happened to Larry.
The producers saw something special in the new young actress and gave her the part of Karen Wolek, a doctor's wife by night and a common hooker by day. But Judith refused to be the stereotypical soap star, both in appearance and performance. This was the first role that would make her a star. She turned what was considered a pathetic, manipulating woman into an empathetic character. But she was warned it wouldn't be easy.
People will hate you. They will yell at you on the street. They will be angry at you. You will not be a lovable character, so you just need to know that. And I didn't really know what they were talking about. And I thought, there's a person inside there that needs to have some light shed on her, who she is, why she is the way she is. And that was the way that I always liked to work, that there are many layers to human beings. They're not just two-dimensional. And so when I began to explore why she was the way she was, it started to come to life in a whole different way.
The audience embraced Karen Wolek, and Judith's career took off. Not long afterwards, Judith met Herb Hampshire, a renowned psychologist, at a humanitarian convention. Herb would have a profound influence on Judith's work and life. He soon became her friend, later her manager, and occasionally her acting coach.
She would say, I'm having trouble with this scene and I don't know why. I think I can tell you why you're having difficulty with this, because this scene requires you to find something in yourself that you are uncomfortable having there. And so this character has some unattractive features, and unconsciously, I think you're wanting to say, oh no, I can't be that. And I said, part of what an actor has to do is to find everything, no matter what it is, inside you.
Herb's observation had a dramatic effect.
The director came back to her and said, what happened? What did you do over lunch? It really made a huge difference.
When we first started to work together, he said, if you cannot view yourself like a bottle of ketchup, like a commodity, he said, I can't work with you. He said, if you're going to be spoiled, I won't work with you. He said, I am not going to pat you on the behind and blow in your ear. He said, I can promise you that it won't be easy if we work together. He said, but I can promise you that it will be alive. And I said, I want that. I want that more than anything.
What was the name of that hotel?
The Wellington.
What was that name? Would you speak up, please?
The Wellington Hotel.
Thank you. Bart,
Judith created a character so powerful, her courtroom revelation became a defining moment in the world of soap operas.
78.
I think the reason people are touched by the courtroom scene is that it is a woman literally coming out of the closet about who she is. She is frightened, she is scared, she is a person who, above all else, wants to help her friend. She really wants to have an experience of herself having integrity, and she is bearing everything.
According to TV Guide, this riveting courtroom scene was one of the top 100 moments in television history.
What do you want from me? You want blood? You want me to say that I'm lower than the lowest piece of scum? You want more filth? You want more slime? You want more names? I'll give you another name. Calvin Huddleston! He was my first John. He was the first in a string of so many men I don't even remember their names. No! No! Are you satisfied?
Judith's performance galvanized viewers. She got stacks of mail, some from prostitutes who wanted to get off the streets. She suddenly realized that acting could have a direct effect on people's lives.
A teacher wrote me a letter and said, she said, I don't remember the little boy's name, but she said he was like 6 years old, and he had never spoken. He was autistic. And she said they had the television on in the day room. And he was walking through. The courtroom scene was on. And he looked at the television and he pointed. And he said, cry. And she said, I don't know how to tell you that you changed my life in relation to him, and you changed his life. And I read the letter and I said, okay, I can die now. That's enough for me. That's enough. That's it. That's the gift. There's nothing better than that, I don't think. Except love.
Judith's career was skyrocketing. In 1980, she was nominated for a Daytime Emmy Award.
We were sitting in Rockefeller Plaza, and Sammy Davis Jr., who loved the soaps and was on our show, we'd worked together. Sammy ran over from his table over to our table, and they were about to announce it, and he whispered in my ear, and he said, you're gonna win. And I thought the combination of Sammy Davis Jr. and the possibility of winning an Emmy was thrilling. It was wonderful.
And the winner is Judith Light. What life to live!
Oh, God, I'm so thrilled. Oh, I really wanted this. I really did, honestly, I have to tell you. And I want to tell you something else. That I am so honored to be included with all of these ladies. I think they're remarkable, and I respect their work enormously.
The Emmy would change her career, and she was about to meet the actor who would change her life. I'm Jill Eikenberry. Judith Light, an intimate portrait, will continue.